Hello, 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 and welcome to
In This House.
In This House. I am Trent.
And I am Mama Jade.
Mama Jade. I guess I should say I'm Big Trent, because we got a little Trent now.
And I'm Big Jade.
You Mama Jade or Big Jade? Who
both.
Are you? Okay. All right.
Both. Just both. Depends on the setting.
So who are you today?
Today, you're going to see both sides.
Hmm.
You're just going to see who pop out.
Okay. So, In This House, what is it? Why are we doing it? Why you should watch? In This House is going to be a relationship podcast that me and my lady here, we thought that we should start. I'll give the reasonings on why I was for it and then you tell them. But in our own private home life, having conversations like these, like when we're going through what we want to talk about, how we want to have the conversations, in our own private life, it has helped us so much. It has been our therapy. And even more than that, when we're actually trying, like, you got people like, I am trying, but they really, when we're actually implementing this stuff and we actually listen and communicating with each other, our relationship has flourished so much. And so I just kind of want to bring some of those tips, those tricks that we used in our relationship. And obviously every relationship is different, but hopefully y'all could take away something and help you in your life. So that's why I was for it.
1,000%.
Okay.
I agree. I like that. Yeah. At the end of the night, we always sit down and we just talk about the day and talk about anything that we encountered, anything that made us bump heads, anything that made me want to. And so, I feel like, why
That's
not?
real. That's real.
It is real. Why not share that with other people? Again, that understanding. I think you account for this. You can attest to this. That understanding, like us living together for the first time, me living together with another man for the first time. Child, we just had to make up our own rules and be like, does this work for you? This works for me. You may clean like this. I may clean like this. Trying to put our heads together and just make a beautiful In This House blend.
I like that. 1,000% also. 1,000% also. And it's real. It's raw. I'm giving it to y'all.
Oh, I like that.
Okay. All right. So, yes, In This House, that's why we're doing this. That is what you can expect coming from us every episode in the future. That's going to be the basis of what we're doing. What's happening in this house and how we getting through it.
Okay.
So, today, episode 1. I feel like we got to keep track of them, too, so we got milestones like episode 10, 8,
yeah.
Episode
Numero
uno. She Hispanic, so y'all gonna get a lot of Spanglish in this episode, or this podcast also.
Okay.
Just know that. I'm learning, but that's a different conversation. Yeah. So today we're gonna be talking about our journey, moving into a new place together, having a brand new baby together, and what life is looking like for us now. Because I give y'all a little backstory. She found out she was pregnant. How far along?
At 5 months.
At 5 months, we found out we were pregnant, and we were both living separately. We were both living with our parents. The relationship wasn't in the best place. And I think even for the first, obviously we didn't know, but for the first maybe a month or two of the pregnancy, we wasn't even communicating or talking. We was I'm done. So to go from that, finding out at 5 months, to literally, bringing him home from the hospital, we was bringing him home to our new place. And that's a transition for sure. But once again, seeing how, and I mean it, I'm not gassing, I am so happy with life. And it didn't even feel like we was going through, I guess, turmoil and struggle. We just both put our heads on, all right, we doing this. Mm-hmm. And so I guess we should just dive right in. You want to go first? You want to give yours?
Yeah,
ladies first. Yeah, ladies first. That gives a little backstory of how we got here.
I like that.
And so
we were dating for 4 years.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. That makes a difference.
Let's say that.
4-ish years, but yeah, that makes a difference.
But yeah, let's see. Moving into a new place with my mans, and my other little man.
And your first little man.
My first little man. And the girlies. Blue child. That's a whole nother perspective.
Telling you.
Let's see. How I think this move was so good for me.
Mm-hmm.
I think this was exactly what I needed. When friends ask me all the time, like, how are you doing? Like, how are you feeling? You know, especially postpartum.
Right.
And, you know, I've had my moments. But I will say, like, our first night back home, going home from the hospital, being at your mom's, I just wasn't in a good mental headspace. And moving into our own space, just like, it's just exactly what I needed. I feel like it was just all in God's timing.
Yeah, that was big.
Yeah, that
timing was huge. Yeah, timing was huge. And like for the first 2 weeks of that, like him being that with timing was everything.
As soon as we walked in your mom's house, we got a phone call. And
the
was like,
day bringing him home from the hospital.
Literally, we came home from the hospital, opened up the door, get a phone call, talking about, congratulations, Jade and Trent. You got the place. You've been accepted. Talk about just waterworks. I screamed in Haley's ear. Sorry, Haley. Sorry. Shout out to you, girl. That's my girl.
Shout out to you. Yeah.
I literally screamed in her ear and then just started bawling my eyes out. She was like, when do you want to move in? How about right now?
And literally, she was like, okay, baby, we can start. I'm like,
it's like 3 p.m. I said, the banks close at 5. We can do this. We can do this.
I'm like, we haven't even taken our coats off. And I'll let you finish. Yeah, go ahead. Well, I like hearing this perspective.
Yeah, I was just like, please. And he was like, baby, just got home from the hospital. Let's just, enjoy the first night in the morning. We can get up, go to the bank, do what we got to do, sign papers. And when I tell you, we was going back and forth for at least an hour. I'm like, baby, it's about 4 o'clock. But I was like, you know what? All right, we're moving in with a man. Gotta let him lead.
Did you really think that?
I did.
Oh.
I was like, all right, I have to start getting in this mindset because I haven't been in this, for years. Being a mom for almost 10 years now, Lord. Mm-hmm. And I was like, okay, just got to sit back and he right. And let me not try to force anything. And that's another thing. Let me not force it. So then had the first night. And then, we woke up the next morning and signed the papers, went to the bank. And that was it. We literally we didn't even pack because we had just came home from the hospital. We called up our people. It literally just happened organically. Like the first night we moved in our beds. I think that was it. Beds and just like little stuff. And then our first night, after that Saturday night, we was in our house. Yeah. We was here.
2 days.
Came in, cleaned up real quick, and then by Sunday, we had everything else in. So shout out to our village, because without our village,
heck yeah.
Shout out to our village. Sully and her man, my brother.
Your brother, my brother-in-law, mm-hmm. Y'all came through. For real. I mean, even like my sister, like even if it was just as little as watching the kids while we're going back and forth, and like shout out to y'all.
We did that transition in 3 days. Less than a week, we had brought home a baby and moved into a new place.
Okay, and so from that, we're like a month in now. So from that point to now.
From that point to now, it's been amazing. Like, I can't even really put in words just how, like me and you have bumped heads here and there, but it hasn't been nothing like what I would have expected, especially, like, given our past. Yeah. Like, it's just a breath of fresh air. I say it like that.
Yeah.
I say it like that. Yeah. Every morning, when you would take the girls to school mm-hmm. and then go to work, I would just hold the baby and we just walk around our house and just be like, we did this. We did this. Like, we're here, we're in this, and it just...
Sun shining through the window.
Man, it's beautiful. Just walking around the house like we could, like, if we could do that within a week, we can do anything. And that was like,
huge for me.
That's been the premise and like the start of our whole journey. It's like, just God's timing. And if we could do that, we can do literally anything that we put our minds to. Yeah. And so, honestly, I've just been on a high. I'm going to say that.
So you get off of work being at home by yourself, like you don't feel like, I don't want to say like has postpartum really, really hit you? Well, you got your friends checking up on you, but like the days when you just by yourself, do you?
No. No, there was one day where I just had this flush of emotions, kind of, and I just told you, like, you just walked in the door, and I said, baby, I'm sorry, but just the way you breathed at me got me irritated. And like, but it's stuff like that too. Like the fact that I can even communicate that with you instead of just giving you attitude and you're over here wondering like, what's wrong with her? I'm just like, and then I ain't gonna cry. I'm not gonna cry. The way that you even comforted me in that moment, you were like, all right, like this is due for you. You were like, all right. Let's see, what can I do? How can I help? Do you need to take the baby away? Right. Like, do you not want to hold the baby? And I'm just sitting here bawling at this point. First, I went from irritated. Then I was like happy. Then I went to bawling. And he was like, do you not want to hold the baby? And I'm like, no, I want him.
Like, you want me to sit here quiet? I ain't got to say nothing.
Talk. You're like, you want to go get your toes done? I said, just got them done a week ago. But besides that, but just you being able to like comfort me in that moment, honestly, was all. And like again, this is all new to me. This is fresh.
Right.
And I obviously had my support system, and I had that support from them. But it's completely different getting it from my partner.
Okay, so now I'll ask, because I have lived with a partner before, like one of my exes. This is your first time ever living with one of your partners.
Pretty much.
What stands out to you? What irks you? What make you want to kick me out? What make you want to be like, dang, I can't go out of?
Let's see. I will say, I don't know if I've shared this with you, but I will say that... It's not bad. A part of me feels guilty. Like when you... because you clean. First of all, thank you. Thank you. But like when you're cleaning, when you're doing laundry, or like, I feel like I deserve this, right? I feel like I deserve this life. And so sometimes it's just hard for me, maybe because it is new, but it's hard for me to like sit back and just watch you.
Oh, yeah.
Like help, watch you do your thing. Not even help, watch you clean your place. It's your place.
Right.
You know?
Right.
Because part of me be feeling guilty, like, oh, this should be my job, or maybe I should be doing this. And, you know?
Yeah.
I forgot what question you asked me.
Just how, like, your perspective from your first time living with one of your partners.
Oh, yeah.
And you might be spoiled because you got me, but do you even feel like that?
Like I said, I deserve this.
So, yeah, I believe it too. I'm not negating that at all.
Yeah. I'll say that it's a whole different perspective. It's just a whole different... I'm grateful.
Yeah.
Say that. Yeah. Very grateful. Yeah. I only had one other experience to go off of with my ex and like living together, but then he had like 4 or 5 other roommates. So I was like,
it really wasn't y'all.
It really wasn't our place. Yeah. So I guess that's the only thing I have to go back off of. And living with my mom and with my grandma and my sister and my 2 kids. So going from a household of 6, 7 women, and my sister lives there too, to just us, it's a lot quieter.
Right.
I'll say that. Yeah. And I don't have that, let me just go get my mom real quick, or let me go send the kids off to my mom. I don't have that. And at first I was scared, I'm not going to lie. So I'm like, when I was in the basement, I'm like, man, just go upstairs. I just need a minute to myself, especially with the baby.
Right.
But I don't feel that at all. Like because you are supportive, because you are helpful, it's been a smooth transition. So shout out to you. Thank you.
Okay.
Because otherwise, yeah, I would have been one.
I mean, but... I can get my perspective.
Do your thing, baby.
But for most of our relationship, that's how you were. And so even when I found out you were pregnant and you were like, well, we don't have to start looking for places because, well, let me rewind. When we found out, we had made maybe like a month or two before that, me and her made a decision. Yes, we are going to do this. We're going to do this relationship. We're going to work at it. It's me and you. Like I said, maybe a month before that, we wasn't even talking.
Consent.
And so once we found out she was pregnant and moving in, once again, just because we decided that we was going to do this and we all in doesn't mean it was going to be easy. And she was just so bullheaded because I had been single for 7 years before this. She had been single, what, 2 years maybe, if that? If that. And it was a loose single. But, so jumping right into me, a lot of her baggage from that relationship was onto me. And like I said, I was single for 7 years. The only thing that I knew by that point was me. I had got over all my heartbreak and all my bullshit. Like, I really took that time to be good with me and utilize the things from my past relationships for this one. But when we talk about moving in, I'm like, I don't know. Like, I'm gonna be getting yelled at every day. I'm gonna be, you don't do this, you don't do. I'm like, because that, once again, that's just, you were that woman. Because you had to be. You got 2 girls, you haven't seen consistency, so that makes sense. But then moving in, I don't know what it was. I still today, I just thank Jesus that it happened. And once again, I think it was you seeing that I'm showing up. Like, even the day bringing him home from the hospital, us finding out that we got approved. Even though it was okay, let's wait, let's take a second. It wasn't like I'm doing that to just hold off on things. I was actually doing that, saying that, because I knew for however long we was going to be moving, you weren't going to be lifting. It was all going to be me. So your eagerness is going, I'm going to be lifting the couches. I'm going to be lifting the bed for everything. So I'm like, okay.
I give you that.
Let's plan this. Give me a little bit of time.
I mean, any sane person wouldn't have moved within
the hour after bringing them home.
I get it.
And so, but even those, having that, not even good night's sleep, just having that night of sleep prepared me for the weekend that we were going into. That's why I was able to just lift and move everything in. But I think from you seeing that, like, you really didn't have to lift a finger. But it's like, okay, what I saw from you was like, okay, maybe this might be what I'm getting. And not saying she turned the corner completely, but I started to see a softer side of you. And so then when I used, because once again, I've been single and I've been living out here. I've been around the world, right? No kids, but I've had to take care of myself. So when I do have my own place, I'm cleaning up, I'm cooking for myself, I'm doing all those things for myself. So it was almost like, I'm doing it for you, but I gotta survive too. And so you seeing that, I just kept seeing you get softer and softer and softer. And
chill, I need that soft now. Remember, I'm Big J.
I was gonna say this Big J. she be forgetting. But I will say, just me working on myself, that helped in our relationship. And I remember the first week I was moving in, my sister, she had came over because I hadn't seen her in a minute, and her boys had stayed the night. They messed around and drank her water, because she like a specific type of water is
spring water,
natural spring water. Don't touch it if they touched her. But who you think hurt about? And I mean, once again, this within the first week, so we still moving everything. I just was like, I can lay down, maybe take a half-hour nap or something.
You feel me? You feel me?
Do you?
You do.
But I'm just like, quick nap that I can grab on the living room floor. I wake up to, baby, why did you let them drink all my water? You know I'm breastfeeding right now. I'll be getting dehydrated as fuck, and now I ain't got none. I'm like, I didn't. But gentlemen, the best thing you can do, don't argue back. I didn't even know what the fuck was going on, but I know what type of water she drank. So I just got up, grabbed the keys, and went to the store. But I'm telling you, and once again, it made her do something I hadn't seen a lot before in our relationship. You agree with me on that one? Mm-hmm. Later, she came and said, baby, I'm sorry. And all I heard was, hallelujah. But it's you do your part and don't expect them to, don't think that this, just appreciate it when it happens. Trust that they're going to do their part. Trust that they can look at the whole perspective and be like, all right, because that was living with girlfriends before. That was something that I've never seen. But even like the maturity of looking at a situation like that, that keeps me like, all right, once again, we're not perfect, but that shows me that we're going in the right direction. That lets me know we headed somewhere great.
We got to laugh about it that night. And I appreciate that. Because I sure was. I'm not tad bit, but a bit low. I mean, I was a tad bit, what's the word?
Corner?
Because I'm not dramatic. But.
Yeah. You're dramatic.
But for my breastfeeding ladies, imagine going to the fridge. We just moved in. I'm about to drink tap water. And I go in to get my spring water, and it's not there. And I'm thirsty.
Yeah, I get it. But once again, I got it. So I just got up.
So shout out to you. Yeah. Shout out to you. You didn't say not a word. Thank you, baby.
So if you could give people just moving into their place together for the first time, new baby or not, what's 3 things you would, 3 pieces of advice you'd give them?
Don't take shit personal. Do not take shit personal. You are running off of fumes. You're running off of no sleep.
And remember that y'all are 2 individuals that came from different backgrounds. So saying it, I'm not taking a shot at you. This is just what I came from. And then it's a conversation. Oh, well, this is how we used to do it. But then what is best for our household? It's not about what your family did. It's not about what my family did.
We get to create our own.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. Don't take nothing personal. That's a great one.
Don't take shit personal. Do not. Take everything lighthearted. It kind of goes, but just be lighthearted with it. I'll say talk about, even if it's just the tiniest of turmoil, even if it's the tiniest, just bring it up at the end of the day. Like, even if you do it in a joking way, find another way to just talk about it. Because I promise you, those little, like a little turmoil here, the next day a little bit here, it's like a domino effect.
It adds up.
It adds up. A snowball effect.
Yeah.
So that'll be my second advice. Then my third one is love each other in each other's love languages. They just try to do little things to show up for one another. Yeah. Especially when you're getting no sleep. Like, just the little things. Like, when you wake me up with coffee, baby. I'm telling him all the time, the answer was yes. Like, that's like his way of proposing to me. The answer is yes. I already told you. Like.
Yeah. And don't get tired of doing them because y'all in this for life now. I mean, if that was your plans. I don't know, but don't get tired of it because they matter. Okay, I agree.
What about you?
Mine would be listen more than you talk. Because communication is important. You getting your point across is important, but not listening to respond. Listening to understand.
Still working on it.
But it makes a world of a difference. Listening to understand. That has helped. It was so good, I'm going to say it again. Don't take shit personal. And I think we were both people like that in our former lives. Like, you say anything, we quick to just go off.
Yep.
So the fact that we let that part of us go, I'm going to double down on that. Do not take shit personal. Because I promise you it's not.
Take a moment if you need to go to the other room.
And literally, like, I'll be like, sometimes I'll be like, baby, don't talk to me right now. I can't even do it. Like,
okay, take it personal.
Yeah.
Let me give him his space.
And then I'll even say, my bad, I could have said that differently. Or
later on.
That's my third. Don't let your ego and your pride go. It's not me and you, and it's us. Yeah. It's us and everything else. It's us. And I mean, that's why I'm saying, like, it don't matter what her family did or what my family did. We got to create our own one mind, kind of. Because if she's going doing one thing that I wouldn't have necessarily done, and I'm doing the same thing over here, but then that's coming back into our household, it's just causing so much chaos and unnecessary drama. So
it matters. I think me talking about my way versus you doing your way, you know, and we can create our own. You know what? Well, this works for us. Mm-hmm. I may have left the hot sauce in the cabinet, but you put it in the fridge.
Now we buy 2 bottles.
Simple.
There we go. We figured it out. But and that type of stuff, well, and y'all can look back and laugh at it now. And baby, I love you so much because we have grown, and life is good.
We have grown.
Shut up. Whatever. So, yeah, that's our journey. New baby, new crib, and where we at now. As you can see, if love is looking hard and like it's no good in sight, try first. That's try and stay in it. I promise it gets better. I promise it gets better.
Let time pass.
We got a vacation coming up.
We do.
We about to be in Florida, y'all. We about to be in Florida, so we might leave y'all for a little bit. But when we come back, that's what we're going to be talking about. So the next episode, when y'all see our faces again, we're going to be talking about traveling together.
As a family of 5.
As a family of 5. A whole... It's going
to be fun.
So much fun.
So much fun.
Oh, yeah. So catch us next time. Once again, it's Big Trent.
And Mama Jade.
Nah, she's Mama Jade. And you've been watching in this house. We'll catch y'all next time.
Peace.